Welcome to the Creative Element Podcast with me, Peter the Barber, and Sean, the tattooer. And today we've got Peter Murray, the tattooer. The
What's
two
up, man?
Peters.
Hello, mate.
Buongiorno.
Tell us a bit about you.
I'm just a local lad from Liverpool. That's it. I just yeah. What type of question is that? Do you know what I mean?
How long have you been a tattoo artist for? Like?
Like 2017. I first, like January the 21st, 2017 is the first day I stepped into a tattoo studio.
What one was that?
L3 Inc.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Scott.
Or for a couple of months before that, I was a proper kitchen wizard, mate.
Were you?
Yeah, of course.
A chef?
No, I was cooking up a few fucking scabs, like, but that was about it.
What, tattooing?
Yeah.
Like, just so you know, right, in the last episode, Sean explained how he started tattooing. With the barrel and cooking all the smoke and that.
Oh, with the Lechy toothbrush.
Yeah.
Sounds like something off Breaking Bad.
How did you do it? Or did you literally just get a tattoo gun like a normal person?
Yeah, I just ordered the tattoo machine. I got a bad tattoo. That was how I got into it. I got a tattoo, and I weren't happy with the tattoo. And when I went home and showed me brother, I've got an identical twin, you see. When I went home and showed me brother, it's just like, what's that? It's like, where's the light source? Just like shading on both sides of every shape, and it was just like, and it was like, you could do well better than that yourself. And then it was just like, I can and I could, and my brother was like, if you want to do it, I can help fund like you start and stuff. Like we go off on the machinery and things like that, and just like go at it. You know what I mean? I had a couple of friends who were already tattooing at the time. Obviously, you know, Trav, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Trav was like a year, 2 years already. Like,
So we've been tattooing.
Yeah. He was working in Manchester at the time, and then I met a lad while I was fishing. Aaron Townsend, I don't know if you know him as well. Yeah. So I met him fishing. It's a funny story actually, because me and my brother went fishing, and I was still a kip in the bivvy, and my brother's out like sorting his rods out like 6-7 o'clock in the morning. Aaron Townsend just like is bouncing, like I say bouncing around the lake, but he's probably just walking around the lake, like scoping the lake out. And next minute I hears the pair of them talking. But I was half a kip, and you know, you're just like, oh, he's speaking to some divvy around the lake here. I'm just gonna like get my head back down. And then goes out and sees our kid, and he's like, lad over there's a tattooer. He'd seen our kid's tattoos on his arms that I'd done in my ma's kitchen. Do you know what I mean? And said like, well, where's your brother work? And he was like, the kitchen. He's like, if he ever wants a job, tell him to message me.
Kitchen.
Do you know, like, it's mad, innit? So it was just like, our kid come in when I was awake and was like, there's a lad down there, and he's saying, if you get on him if you want a job and all. And here's like me way in. Because before that, it was like, Trav would just say to me, if you need to know anything, message me, or if you want to come up and watch, like me do a day or whatever like that. Do you know, I was just raw and rough and just keen to like get in any which way I wanted. Do you know, like, I just... anything, do you know what I mean? You just make your way, don't you? If you just like, you grow up like a little fucking scruff, then it's just like, oh yeah, gives a go, yeah, you think you know everything and you know fuck all, do you know what I mean? So it's like, it was, that was the opportunity then, and for me it was, he said, yeah, I'll speak to our boss and that. I was like, sad, this might be something, yeah, do you know what I mean? And he was like, right, come in for an interview. And he was like, I know you've been tattooing at your house and all this stuff, but if you want to start, you'll have to start from like day one. And I'm like, yeah. Sound,
Straight back to the start.
Straight to the beginning. So it's just like, yeah. Sound, yes, sir. 3 bags full, sir. Whatever you want, you know what I mean? So that was it then. He was just like, come in, like, you're going to have to change the bins, mop the floor, all this type of stuff. And I loved it. You know what I mean?
Got stuck in.
I loved it. I loved changing the bins and mopping the floor before everyone got in and that. Do you know what I mean? It give you like pride and all that stuff, and these are like things I still love doing every day now. You know what I mean? It's great, lad. I don't know if you feel the same way, but getting in and getting the shop scrub before anyone else walks in.
I love getting there hours like, before everyone else.
That.
Just standing there with
people
it all
walk
nice
through the door,
clean.
you're like, well, comment on it. Do you know what I mean? It's boss, innit? Smell of Dettol. Do you know what I mean? So it was just that's how I got into it, and then it's just getting the ball rolling from there and there and there and progressing, and you know what I mean. It's been crazy, but yeah, I'd probably say about six months before I got into a shop, I was tattooing in my ma's kitchen, just tattooing like my brother, my mates, people I know, anyone who you know what it's like if you've got a tattoo machine and you're doing a few tattoos, every man and his dog comes out of the woodwork to I'll have a tattoo. Do you know what I mean? So.
You know, when you were in the kitchen, when you first started tattooing, was
Yeah.
it, I'm trying to think back to then, were you on like needle bars or cartridges?
Needle bars. Yeah.
Coils?
Yeah.
What's a needle bar and what's a cartridge?
So a needle bar has a piece of steel about that long attached to the needle where the needles are soldered on, yeah, and they usually go into either like a direct rotary machine or they go into a coil machine. You know what I mean? So it's run by an armature bar or it's run by a rotary machine that then has some sort of system inside it that makes it go linear.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
And like that cam that I was talking about, where I made it. But obviously a coil and an armature bar is just electricity and bolts, and it just hammers it back and forward.
It's just a simple, Joe, when you're in school and you have the light bulb and you disconnect the circuit. That's all that is, but it's with magnets. And then when the magnet pulls the piece of metal down, it disconnects the circuit, which allows the spring on the back of the bar to re-spring up. And then as soon as the spring on the top touches the connection again, it restarts that circuit. So it's everyone says like coil machines are old school, but as far as I'm concerned, coil machines they were invented for tattoos. It's like rotary machines. They're the first ever raw and ready machines. Do you know what I mean? How unprofessional is that?
Absolutely. Yellow card for you there. How come when you tattoo guns?
Machines.
Yeah, it's machines.
Yeah.
It's
like
like offense
yellow
there.
card.
Oh yeah, guns.
No, we don't shoot
How
no
come when
more.
you tattoo machine, you see people like wrapping them up loads?
That's to protect our machines from you.
From me?
Yeah.
From the
dirty bastard.
Yeah, because
Full
you're
of
dirty.
hepatitis and
The machine's clean as a
gonorrhea.
whistle. You're not. You know what I mean? I have to protect that machine from you. People think it's the other way around. Like the machine is the dirty object. But it's not. It's you.
I genuinely never knew that. I just thought it was like comfort or something, or to stop the vibration.
Oh, do you mean actually like the comfort wrap, like the grip
Yeah,
wrap?
you see all that around the tattoo machine.
That's like
What do you think I was on about?
like all the
it's a
barrier
bit of
film.
both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Is it,
barrier
yeah?
film.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wrap mine in barrier film first, and then wrap it in the comfort.
Do you notice like after you've been tattooing all day, like your hand like shaking a little tiny bit or anything?
No, I have a money bump though.
What's
Do you have a
that?
money bump?
It's a money bump.
That's a money bump.
Oh, I've got a money bump.
Yeah.
I've got it on that one.
What's
Yeah.
that?
What's a money bump? It
Well,
grows
when
for every tenner
Put
you're
it
in.
right into this camera, yeah.
For every tenner you're in, it grows.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Joe, to be fair,
Yours is fucking massive.
I know. Skint like.
the only thing a barber gets, that finger there, I don't know if you can see it on the camera,
Oh, you've got like a lower bump.
That off your scissors.
just literally because you just
Yeah,
chopping
chopping
chunks
into
out
it.
of that.
Yeah, that's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
It's where the machine rests.
Is it, yeah?
Yeah. So over the course of weeks, months, years, that just toughens up. It's like a callus on the side of your finger.
So like that there now to me is numb. Like you can do whatever you want.
That's the same. I could burn that with a lighter. I actually, do you know when I clip me fingernails and file my fingers, I file that as well.
File that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Why? You should do. It's just rough, hard skin.
That's my dad. I never thought you should get stuff like that.
Yeah, I always say to people, show us your money bump.
Biggie your money bumped.
Yeah, the bigger your bump, the bigger your wallet. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a mad one. But I feel like I've used coils, and the heavier the machine.
You've used more coils than me.
Yeah, the heavier the machine.
Yeah.
I've only transitioned in the last 12 months. Well, I'd say, no, probably 2 years now. Yeah, I'd say 2 years I've transitioned into like fully wireless machines. You know what I mean? So that's probably why. And I still, from time to time, use big, thick, heavy steel grips.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like they're better for your hands than all the problems you're saying when you get shaky hands and stuff like that. If you hold something heavy, it doesn't give you the shaky hand. No.
I've been asking clients and stuff like, what's like a question you want to be heard, and quite a few people have said, have you ever fell out with a client even before we've actually met them?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Give us an example.
Don't
name names though.
No, you can get a taste of someone instantly as soon as they start to message you.
Yeah.
Whether you're gonna get along with them or not. And the beauty of what we do for a living is we don't have to tattoo everybody.
Yeah.
I run a private studio for a reason. It runs the way I want it to run. You know what I mean? If I don't like the way I'm communicating with you at the very start of the consultation, why would I want to sit and spend 6 to 8 hours with you?
Yeah, this is.
I'm with you on that. Like,
You know what I mean? Especially in such an intimate
people don't
setting.
realise at all like what first impressions actually are, do they?
No.
Like I get people that message my Instagram. My Instagram's Liverpool mobile barbering. It's kind of in the title what I do.
So you give phones haircuts?
Exactly. But I get people messaging me going, "Are you a barber?" And I'm like, the Instagram page is full of haircuts. It's called barbering. Like, what you think I do? Now that you said that, I think I sell phones as well now.
Let's
But like,
check there was, yeah.
But I just look at it and just think, you haven't got common sense.
I like the how much for this? Not even like hello.
Not even like
right?
hello, mate.
How much for this? Not
Yeah.
even like nothing else. Just how much for this? And then bombard me with 5 pictures.
Of
The
completely
worst
different
shite I've
things.
ever seen
I
in
don't
my
like
life.
all that. How much for this?
Yeah, I just give them the old Dr. Evil shot. $1 million. You know what I mean? It's called fuck off tax. If you start the bar, really, they either go away or they say, okay, Sam. And I think,
Great.
yeah, great.
I do that to people though. I go like, yeah, I charge like 150 quid, you know me? It's all like the footy players I do. And then just to see what they say. No one's ever bit yet, like, to be fair, but have you ever fell out with someone?
Similar stuff to what you were saying. Then it's always if you got a bad sense of them while they're messaging you, you'd even bother taking it further. You'd even bother, in some cases, you'd even bother replying. But obviously, you don't want to be one of them people that just ignores people.
I always reply, no matter what. I always reply.
I don't. I'm a bit bad at that. I've got some people who I think, you know what, I'm not giving you. I'm not even entertaining a conversation with you because of they've said stuff like you said before.
I always just think though, it's like no matter what first impression someone else makes on me, I will never make a bad first impression on them, because it's like if you do a good job for someone, they might tell 5 people.
Yeah.
The moment you like leave a sour taste in their mouth, you'll tell everyone with a pair of ears.
Yeah, if you're good, you'll tell 5 people. If you're shit, you'll tell 100 people.
Yeah.
That's it. So I always think to myself, it's the same when we go and do the shows and stuff like that. And I could be working 8 hours, stressed out. I've spoken to 200 people, and someone comes over and wants like 10 to 15 seconds of time. I always give it.
Yeah.
Always, and I'm always trying to like take a deep breath, reset, give them the energy that I would want of someone who I respect. You know what I mean? It's like because that 15 seconds can. You might never speak to you.
You might come away thinking, what he was sounding.
You might come away thinking, what a blurt. What an egotistical blurt. He literally shut me down and fucked me off instantly. And that's the last thing you want. Do you know what I mean? Because you might not be like that. You might be the nicest person in the world, but you're just overstimulated and overworked and overtired. And they just catch you at the wrong moment. But then that's it then. Yeah.
You're too polite for me, you know. I'm proper rude.
It's
to
a business,
people,
mate. It's a business. You've got to treat it like one. You know what I mean? It's like at the end of the day, all we've got is our reputation. You know what I mean? And I like my reputation to precede me. You know what I mean? And 95% of the people that know me will know nice, respectable, fun person. Do you know what I mean? So if someone comes over to me I've never met before, and I have to put that show on for them. So you know what I mean?
You're a nicer Peter than this Peter. This Peter's a twat.
No, to be fair, that makes sense then when you're putting the show on, to be fair, because I realise, like, when I'm working, like, I'm Peter the Barber, me.
Yeah.
But then, like, on your day off, you're not Peter the Barber, you're just you. Do you know what I mean? But sometimes, like, I struggle, me, just trying to be me all of a sudden. Do you know what I mean? You're not putting a show on for different people all the time.
Fries your head, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I get home and my missus and the kids are just like, what's the matter with you?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
I'm like that. I'm like a bag of shite when I get home.
Yeah, my missus says to me, oh, you talk and you're this person in work and all that, and you come home and I can't even get a
conversation.
It's like I'm completely fried.
It's
hard putting on a show.
It's hard, isn't it? It's like people don't realise how hard it is actually just concentrating, talking. all day.
All day.
Yeah,
6, 7, 8 hours a day.
I-
Just 100%.
Yeah, I used to hate it in the shop when I worked in the shop. Though you'd have the same conversation 24/7 with every single client, and like by the end of it, you know exactly what they're gonna say because you've had the conversation 15 times already.
Yeah, I think the good
I don't
thing,
speak to my bird when I get home.
don't you know?
I can't. So I spoke too much, and like I just want to sit down and just do nothing for half an hour
I'm a
at
bit
least.
like that. Yeah.
So, no, I feel that, and I do. You know, I'm guilty of that myself. But you've got to like try your hardest to give them at least 10, 15 minutes of like unadulterated 100% attention and make them feel like they're being listened to.
Yeah.
Not listened to, heard.
Yeah,
Do you know
don't
what I
listen
mean?
to them.
There's a difference between being listened to and being heard. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's that's the foundations of having a good like backroom staff in terms of like if you've got a good foundation at home, you'll always like excel.
It does rub off, doesn't it?
You'll excel. Do you know what I mean? I've got a great like family at home, and it shows. Do you know what I mean? People say to me all the time, "Oh, you're traveling so much and doing all these things," and it's like because my missus picks up the slack. Do you know what I mean? When I've got to work, she works as well. She works just as hard as me, if not harder, while I'm doing all these shows or working all these late nights and all that stuff. And it's just things you don't see behind the scenes. Do you know what I mean? So you definitely need a good support network at home as well as in the shop, don't you?
Yeah. What about injuries? Have you ever had any injuries?
Yeah, I get loads of injuries all the time. I mightn't look like it, but I go to the gym like 5-6 days a week to try and keep myself in nick. Do you know what I mean?
That type of job where we have to, really, isn't it?
Yeah. But I suffer with bad knees, bad hips.
Do you get like a bad back because you're like hunched over?
No,
or...
no,
Don't you know?
My back
What about your
sound.
neck?
No, my neck sound. It's in my knees and my hips. I usually sit with my feet under me, like kick back.
Oh, so
Know what
you
I
go
mean?
over.
So my back's always quite straight, but my hips and my knees take the brunt of everything. So I'm constantly I play a lot of football as well. So my knees and my hips they're the worst. Like but I see a sports massage therapist. I was seeing them weekly, but now I'm seeing them fortnightly. You know what I mean? So investing, you spend all this money on equipment and machines and like inks and tattoo shows and printers and all this stuff, and it's like spend a bit of money on
yourself.
do you know what I mean? It's the most valuable tool you've got is yourself. Do you know what I mean? So I always think like that, and I think it's longevity and it's money in the bank if I keep looking after myself. Yeah.
Are you similar? Do you get like a bad back or neck or what about your wrist?
My back's alright to be fair. No, my wrists are alright to be fair. You get loads of people like start getting arthritis in the fingers and that.
Or carpal tunnel or
Yeah, but I'm still too young for that. Like, but my feet are horrendous. Like, when I wake up in the morning, I can't walk for 5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, it's just the pain's unbearable. That plantar
Fasciitis.
fasciitis. Yeah.
Get a tennis ball.
I've got one. I can't. I literally can't get out of bed without rolling on the hockey ball that I've got because otherwise, like you should see me in the morning when I'm going for a piss. I've got to hold on to the bed like that.
You get all like
I'm like
swollen.
that with my
and
knees.
Yeah.
Swollen feet.
Proper like flat as well like that until I've rolled it out and get to like a little curve in your ankle like that. But I'm the same. I
should
see
take
sports.
a couple of minutes in between each client. I know it sounds
I know,
stupid, but
yeah. Got to stretch and all that.
do you
haven't
stretch your back out and your legs in between? When I stop with clients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm straight into the car, I can't. But like when I get home, sitting there doing all my stretching, and I feel like I remember when I was getting up when I was a kid, see me half, I do all these stretches, and I thought, you old you, mate.
Nonce,
And now that's me.
You're all nonce.
You only touched me once, though.
I was like that. I used to play football with my uncle and stuff, and a couple of older fellas, and he'd be there for 10-15 minutes stretching out,
Yeah.
and I'd be taking the piss out of them.
You don't realise how important it is.
That's me now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's mad, and then time slowly ebbs away at you.
You realise you need to like look at like older people and see what they're doing because they're doing something right, aren't they? Probably.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know what? I've played footy for years, and about 3 or 4 years ago, I went in goal. I never go in goal, but I went in goal.
Never come out since.
Last play.
Some dickhead like batted it at me from like 3 yards out.
Selfish bastard, isn't he? No.
And,
Did he score?
Anyway, no, I
No.
got it, but my wrist went right back, and I was off work for the week. So this is the other thing with like staying active but in the right way and staying safe and not getting put out of work, especially when you're self-employed.
Joe,
You're the same. If you get
yeah,
injured, you're fucked.
I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I always think that when you see like Sunday League and that, like everyone's got a job to go to on Monday morning.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Throwing big fat tackles in like that?
Mm.
Mad, innit?
Yeah, this is it. And
Do you
like,
play Sunday League, do you, P?
I used to manage Sunday League actually.
Did
as
you?
well.
Did
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, I managed Sunday League for like 5 years.
What age?
Men's.
How early?
Yeah, in the Business Houses League. We won the first division, ended up in the championship.
What's that?
So, yeah. crazy time. Broken legs, broken knees.
You're just a manager as well.
Yeah.
I started off
Must have been pissed off
as a player. No, I started off as a player, and then the lads who was running the team was being like disrespected by the players. So it was like give him a touch, like trying to get his point across, and then before you know it was like
Passion.
no, the total opposite. It was like he'd speak to me and then I'd speak to the team, and it's like going from like the player to like assistant coach, and then the following season it was just like a full coach. Do you know what I mean? So it was I'd still come on and have a cameo in that. So yeah, it was alright.
Where's the maddest place you've ever tattooed?
I like this having the questions just lined up there.
Yeah.
Do you mean places in like placement on the body, or places in like
No,
like
like
location?
Yeah, location. Your weirdest, not even weirdest, just maddest scenario and place where you've tattooed. Where you look back and think, fucking hell, that was good, or it was a bit mad, wasn't
My
it?
ma's kitchen.
My ma's
Yeah, my ma's kitchen's probably the maddest one. Looking back, thinking, wow, my ma coming in the kitchen and like making brews and like sarnies and all that gear, and I'm there like 4 hours deep on a tattoo that should have took me 20 minutes. Do you know what I mean? Sweat dripping off me, shite all over the kitchen table. Do you know what I mean? And you're just like, what an absolute cowboy that was. Do you know what I mean? But it gets you where you are now. But nah, I just tattoo out of shops and out of conventions. Me, it's like once I went proper, it's proper. Do you know what I mean? There's no going back for me then. But I do want to do, like, I know, like yourself, I do a lot of mountain climbing, like you do, and rambling and stuff like that. And I keep saying I want to do a tattoo at the top of like a mountain
Somewhere,
or a hill or something like that. Total like nomad style. Do you know what I mean?
Need to go. I'll go up Snowdon with you this weekend, lad. Put a tattoo on my back.
My knees are fucked. Not going.
Got more
nowhere this
van.
weekend. I'm working this weekend. More van.
I'll drive up.
What about yours? Where's like the maddest place you've cut someone's hair?
So what? There's a few to be fair. Like kitchen's just standard for me. But B&M car park.
In the car park or in the car?
In the car park.
Wouldn't you like to get in the back, like someone's in the driver's seat and you sit behind them?
Nah.
Take the headrest off. You've already got all the mirrors there, haven't you?
It was just, a client messaged me and went, can you cut me hair later? And I was already like from 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. And I was like, nah, lad, I'm just in the Asda now. And he went, so am I, lad. And I was like, I'll do it now if you want, like.
Unscross.
So like, literally, like, we both parked up by the B&M, by the Asda, and just whipped my chair out, whipped my clippers out, and started cutting his hair in the middle of a car park.
Sick. What did you just put the headlights on?
No, I just done it there, no.
Was
Don't need no mirrors, me, lad, or lights.
I know.
But
I
I done some fella the other week. He was fitting Sky in some customer's house.
And you're there behind him, man. He's putting all the wires in.
And he just came out, just on the side of the road.
Imagine getting your Sky fitted and the fella fucks
That's
off
some-
and you look outside and it's just sat there with a fucking apron on, getting his haircut.
Mental. Be in a minute, love.
You should have
Checking
seen,
the signal.
honestly, some of the looks we got there. He put all the barriers up, going like road closed and that. Because like, as if he was like, I don't know, doing something with the wires in the road
I'm
or
have to close
something.
that road while I get my haircut.
No, sidewalk closed it was, or whatever it was. But what about you?
Maddest place. Probably 2017, 18, around then. Got an email off some fella. He wanted to book in, start to sleeve. And in the end, I was chatting to him on the phone. And he said, look, it might save some time. Can I fly it out? And I was like, to where? Where are you? And he went, I've got like a helicopter flying school in Sheffield. I'll come and pick it up. And then I'll fly it over to ours and you tattoo me at ours. At the time, I thought,
Grooming.
yeah, estate. And I've got like a good relationship with my dad, like dead close. And I was straight on the phone to him, and I was like, "Have you ever been in a helicopter? Do you want to come? I'm gonna tattoo this fella. He's gonna pick us up in the helicopter, and he wants me to like bring someone with me. Let's just pretend that you're like me helper for the day, and you can jump in the helicopter." And we did. Picked us up just outside on the go, in like a field, and flew us out to Sheffield, and we set up in this little like office that he had set up, watching helicopters and planes all day. It was boss.
What was the tattoo you got?
I've done all sorts. I've
Got an
done
helicopter.
Yeah. Do you know what?
I was expecting that
Do
to
you
be
know what? He
honest.
had there was a
The
young
landing strip up his back.
there was a young lad working there, apprenticing with him. I probably shouldn't mention this, but cut out what we need. There was a young lad working there, and we were all like, "Oh, come on, mate, let's do a shit tattoo for the laugh." How about we do a cocktail? And I was like, "What's a cocktail?" And he went, "Well, we'll just do a dick and balls with like helicopter propellers on the top, and then we'll
So
do
an
it,
actual chopper.
like, an actual chopper,
Yeah.
with chopper."
Nice
So
that.
I think this lad's an airline pilot now, flying like commercial airline, and he's got a tattoo on his thigh of a cocktail, like a dick.
A heli-flopter.
Heli flopped, yeah. And it's flying over a pair of tits. Heli flopped it. Yeah, that's been the weirdest one.
That's the weirdest tattoo you've ever done? Well, like the weirdest tattoo?
Weirdest request I had when I first opened the shop, and I was on my own, and I was open for about a week, and a woman come in and she said, "I want my kids' names," and I just thought, right, sounds okay. But next to the kids' names, I want little cartoon sperm cells next to them with little smiley faces, and I didn't know what to do, so I started laughing, and she was like, "So when can I get that?" And I thought, "Oh, being serious." So I stopped laughing, and then I was like, I don't want to be rude, but I can't do it. I just can't do it. At the time, I look back and think I was probably just nervous of reputation stuff, like just opening. I didn't want to go down the whole estate saying, "Look what he's just done." And everyone,
Swimming around the estate.
yeah.
You had anything like that?
Yeah.
God, you know what? I used to work in Dr. Feelgood's on Bold Street. Do you know the one by next to Size?
The one upstairs.
No, the one next to Size. They had two shops, didn't they?
I remember buying supplies from the one upstairs. Yeah.
It used to be on the other side of the side street, didn't it?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Above the skate shop.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, when I
yeah.
worked there, they were in the bar and barbers on the other side.
Oh, yeah,
Like a new
okay.
thing. Go where the car park is, next to there. Used to get some fucking nut jobs coming in there asking for all madness. And this was back in the day when I used to smoke. And I was outside with the lads having a ciggy. And the fella who run the shop, the desk manager, he come out and was like, "Which one are you using, the least religious?" And everyone just like looked at him and was like, "Why, what's up?" And he was like, "There's a fella in here who wants an upside down Jesus on the cross with 'fuck this cunt' underneath it."
Oh.
It's only 2:10. I'll have that. So,
Did you do it?
yeah, I thought, fuck it, I'm going to hell anyway. Aren't I? So, do you know what I mean? I just thought, fuck it. Because I was more intrigued to why. Do
Yeah, why do you want that?
you know what I mean? So I thought, you know what I mean? I'll take this one on the chin just through pure curiosity. Do you know what I mean? So mental. It turns out as he had a hate. But I wouldn't say, yeah. It was like a very strong dislike towards his mother. And his mother,
Just took her out on Jesus.
and
took her out
his
on
mother was
Jesus.
heavily religious. So
Oh,
all
fuck
his
this. Oh,
tattoos were all Antichrist tattoos. So like try and get one back at his ma.
We'll get one back at
Crazy,
your mad. It's
crazy.
go and egg her house or something. Don't get a tattoo saying "fuck this cunt."
Weird.
Fucking hell, that's on Jesus, that.
I know. Think of the fucking blood pressure in his head. Hanging upside down for that long, man. Fucking hell. His eyes is burst.
Joe,
All
I'm sure one of my mates has got Jesus on the cross like that, but he's got 3 eyes or something. He said, like, it's the sign of the devil or something. His tattoo eyes are so fucking weird, you know.
Oh, yeah. It was crazy. I just thought him for a penny and for a pound, you know what I mean? That's how I got.
Have you done him again?
Never seen him again in my life.
So you come across all that working, well, you would have over the years working like bang in the middle of town.
That's the best thing. I want another street shop.
Do you?
I want people to come in like that. I want like smackheads to come in and sell me a leg of lamb I want like half a kilo of cheese. I want like two bars of Kerrygold for £1. I want to be able to haggle with a smackhead.
Do you know what? I missed that about the shop, you know?
Over a piece of gammon. Do you know what I mean? It's like you don't know what's coming through the front door. They're the greatest days in my life. Is thinking, what are we going to encounter today? Do you know what I mean? Now I'm a little bit older and I've got a private studio now. I enjoy the knowing what's coming in. The greatest accompaniment to success is consistency. Do you know what I mean? I find anyway. So setting up an environment for myself where I know every day is the same. It allows me to propel myself forward.
Yeah, that's it.
Faster.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But when you're young and a little bit less wise, the fun side of it creeps in. Do you know what I mean? So working in shops like that when you're a bit younger is fun. Do you know what I mean? It gives you stories to tell at later dates like this one. Do you know what I mean? So it's good to look back on things like that, and they are fun. Do you know what I mean? You just need a decent desk manager to be able to
deal
like,
with it all.
to bash out thingies, and like you want a desk manager to be like leg alarm. He wants a tenner. Sell him a fiver. Do you know what I mean? Like, he won't go any lower than 7. It's like, give him the 7. Do you know what I mean? Don't let him pass the mat. Oh, it's like, wait there. I'll be back with you £7.
Do you ever get like halfway through a tattoo and you're like, I don't remember doing that bit there?
No, it's not like driving home.
See, Barber's like that, you know. I can be halfway through someone's head and go,
oh, where's that here?
No, but like, I know it's right, 'cause I can check over it, but like, when you just make conversation, you're like, I've done the top there, I didn't realise I've done the top.
Tattooing it is it's 100% concentration 100% of the time. If you're a good tattooer.
That's why you're that fucked up.
That's why you fucked, yeah.
Yeah, that's why the vessels in your head are like got more pressure in them than your fucking tyres on your car. Oh, yeah. That's
it is bad, isn't it? It's definitely a big thing. How fucked you are after tattooing.
I feel like it's a massive energy exchange. It's like people are like, oh, I don't know how I got through that. And it's like I do that 5-6 days a week. How you feel now is exactly how I feel without the pain. You know what I mean? The only thing you've got that I haven't is pain. You know what I mean? But my head, pounding, back is killing. I'm mentally like totally exhausted. All I want to do is go and lie in the dark room.
Yeah, that's it. In silence, with nothing going on.
Yeah.
Don't ask me any questions because I can't think enough to even.
I go home and I've got 3 kids. As soon as I open the front door, tat.
Yeah, no, I can imagine 3 kids and tattoo. That's a lot, that mentally.
It is, yeah, because as a dad, they see you leave the house of a morning, and all they can think about all day is when you come home.
When you're coming home.
So the anticipation of you coming home from work, they build up and build up and build up, and then when that key goes through the door, they're just like that, and you've got to
perform,
so to speak. And if you don't, it's like you've kicked the legs from underneath them. Do you know what I mean? It's like and it breaks your heart. It really does break your heart. Do you know what I mean?
How old are your kids?
5.5, 3.5, and 7 weeks.
Yeah, it changes that.
Yeah, so
mine's 11 this year and she does not give a fuck about me. She's too cool for me. I've got to drop her off around the corner
you're
now.
like the old dad now, aren't you? We're like, oh no, I'm not being mates with you.
She's still mates, but like, she wants me to drop her off around the corner so she can walk to school with the mates on her own. And it's like, the first day that happens, it goes, don't you need me? Like, it's like a bit of party, just next chapter now, innit?
I used to get a lift to school by my granddad in this blue Fiat Panda when we were in like year 8, year 7, something like that. And he's, I'd always say to him, Granddad, do me a favour, like, just drop me off like a little bit away from where all the lads are. You used to do it that age, don't you?
Yeah.
But he was funny as fuck, he still is. He used to drop me right outside the big group of lads, wait for me to get out and then go, Sean! And I'd turn around and be like, and go, love you.
Once Amelia starts senior school, I am fully doing that. Start playing some like Barbie girl tunes or something.
Or just hang out the window and go, bye, love.
I love you.
Granddad, time for that blowjob, Sean. Pick you up at 3:30, pretty lips.
Oh, fucking in front of all the teachers, not even the kids.
And the lads are like, who's that? And you're like, it's me granddad. And he's like, no, I'm not. Just picked him up at the bus stop before.
Got some more sweets for you there, Sean.
There's a cardboard sign saying blow and go.
What about sacrifices that you made when you first... we'll go with when you first started off, and then when you first opened the studio as well.
Yeah, I've sacrificed everything in tattooing. I think that's why I've got where I am today, because I've put tattooing above absolutely everything in my life. Absolutely everything. Yeah. Do you know what? I'll fucking deep it for you right now, yeah. So, it's crazy, because it's my dad died on February 11th, 2016. Today is February 11th. Yeah, so my dad died 9 years ago today. While my dad was still alive, I was just at it. Do you know what I mean? I just worked dead-end jobs here, there, spend all my dough if I needed like a cash out or anything like that, or a safety net. He was there to box me off all the time. Do you know what I mean? It was only when my half fella died that I realised I had no safety net. I've got my ma and that, but my ma's got fuck all. My ma's, like, I'm the youngest of 6 kids. Do you know what I mean? My ma hasn't got a pot to piss in. So, when my half fella died, I thought, right, I need to grow the fuck up here. And I was working in a casino, and I just kept thinking to myself, is this it for me? Is this life? Do you know what I mean? And I thought, am I just like, I was what? I was 26 going on 27 then. Do you know what I mean? I'm thinking to myself, like, what's going on? Do you know what I mean? So I thought, right, this is it. I need to sort myself out. And funny enough, that's when, like, it coincided with, like, picking up tattooing and like, saying, right, well, Sam, we'll dip my toe in this and see where this goes and stuff like that. And once my half fella died, I thought, right, this is it now. No safety net left. You've got to just be a man. It's like your parents, they teach you all the lessons they can, and it's like the lessons they can't teach you in life, they'll teach you in death. Do you know what I mean? It's like if the only way the penny would drop for me is to lose him. Do you know what I mean? And then so after he died, I thought, shit, I've got to, like, I can't run to no one for dough. I can't go skint no nothing. Do you know what I mean? And then when the tattooing started to, like, things started to click and I got the job and that, I thought, this is it now. Do you know what I mean? I fucking was living in my ma's box bedroom. I didn't have a pot to piss in. Working a dead-end job. Working, like, 8 hours of a night or 10 hours of a night, 4 days a week. And then going home and having an hour's kip and going straight to the tattoo studio, brushing, mopping the floors, and then trying to do, like, a shitty tattoo on someone for buttons to try and just make it. Do you know what I mean? So from day one, I sacrificed absolutely everything to get not where I wanted to be, but where I felt like I needed to be in life, where I had a bit of security and I didn't have this, like, stigma attached to myself that I'd give myself of being like a fucking, just a waste of life, like a lazy waster. And I got to this point and thought, why has it took you this long to get your act together in life? But maybe that's just how it goes. But since then, I've literally, no stone has been left unturned. I've sacrificed absolutely everything and put tattooing before absolutely everything I've ever had or done. I put tattooing before my kids. I know it's horrible to say, but I do it to try and give them a better life. Do you know what I mean? I say this to me missus. Someone actually said to me in the shop the other day, it's like the trajectory. He was like, I've been following you for quite a while, and your trajectory over the last, like, 4 years has been crazy. It's like yeah. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, it has to be worth it. Everything I've done and everything I've sacrificed has to be worth it. So I have to put absolutely everything into it, because I'm sacrificing the greatest years of my kids' lives and my relationship with my partner for success, to then show me kids, to be that role model for me kids. Because when I'm lying on my deathbed in years to come, I'm not going to be thinking, oh, I should have done this tattoo, I should have done this convention. if only I'd have made more money. I'm going to be thinking of all the time I wasted where it could have been. I should have spent more time with the kids. Should have spent more time with my partner. Should have done this. I should have done that. These are all like the greatest things in life that I'm sacrificing for success in the short term, so I can reap the rewards later down the line, where I can turn it on its head and be more of a family man. Do you know what I mean? But I've sacrificed everything, absolutely everything, and I will continue to. Now I'm a little less quick to sacrifice everything because I have 4 other people in my life that are more important than tattooing. Do you know what I mean? But I still, I push it. Do you know what I mean? And my missus knows I push it. I'm constantly I'm seeing how far I can push each and every day to gain that extra little step. It's like I mightn't be the best artist and I mightn't be the best tattooer, but I'll outwork you every day of the week. Do you know what I mean? I don't take days off. I literally don't take days off at all. Do you know what I mean? If the work's there, I'll take it. And if I'm not tattooing, I'm doing something to propel myself forward again. Do you know what I mean? And it's that's it. I would drown you with work ethic. Do you know what I mean? And since my dad died, that's the mentality I've got. It's like I will work 10 times harder than anyone else to get where I feel I deserve to be. Do you know what I mean? And I'm never satisfied. And the goalposts are constantly moving. Do you know what I mean? I've surpassed every goal I've ever set for myself in record time.
Once you get to one that you've set, you can see another one further ahead and you want to get to that one again.
I'm hollow. I'm completely hollow. It's like I always think to myself, fulfillment in achieving these goals I set myself, and it's so empty and hollow to think it. The only thing that fulfills me is the kids and me missus.
Yeah,
That's
it.
Do you know what I mean?
That's why having like a partner who's there to support you at the end of every day.
Oh, she's worth the wait
so
in gold.
important.
She's worth a wait in gold. Do you know what I mean? I tell her all the time, and she probably doesn't feel like it because it's sometimes it's unfair of me because I'm so driven and so passionate and I sacrifice everything. Sometimes she's not willing to, but she has to. Do you know what I mean? And that's the hardest thing for me to swallow. It's like we move at my pace and not.
Yeah.
Do you know? We have to move at my pace. Do you know what I mean? Which is, it's unfair. I always say this all the time. I tend to judge people on my standards, and I hold a very high bar. And I always think to myself, it's like, is it unfair for me to judge other people the way I judge myself? Do you know what I mean? So I'm just like on a learning curve now of how to like just be kinder to myself and the people around me. Do you know what I mean? Because I've really bullied myself for a long time now. So
Got the benefits now, though, haven't you? We're getting there.
What are the benefits? Do you know? Do you
You
know what I mean?
You seek something for so long, and then you get there.
It is important though to sit back. Like one day, sit back and go, I've got 3 kids there. I've got a bird. I'll do anything for me. Like, and just embrace where you are right now.
That's it.
But it's hard when you're moving forward, like what you're saying. It's so hard to just stop for like and just go, hey, I'm doing all right, me, you know, because you're not doing all right, because you're too busy focused on your next goal, aren't you?
When you're that ambitious, it's hard to stop.
I remember when I started like mobile barbering myself, like I didn't have time for the bird, mate. So like I didn't go on nights out. I hardly speak to any of the lads anymore now because I weren't going out on Saturday. I was working Sunday. Yeah. And then like I had the media or I was doing this work every single day of the week. But then like it all changed once I met my bird. Now, to be fair, like, cause I just went, you know what am I working all this time for? And then I just went, I want to spend time with my bird now. I only work 4 days a week now, mate, and I can cram all the work in there, and then I've got my time with the family separated.
Mm-hmm. It's hard trying to find the balance between work life and home life.
Yeah. I used to say, like, if I was seeing a bird or something, I'd be like, listen, you won't be seeing me all the time, you know. And like at first, they're like, oh, that's fine, don't worry about that. And then like 3 weeks has gone by, and I'm like, I've only spoken to you once, sly on you, this shit later. But like 3 weeks to me goes in no time. I think it's mad.
Well, I've had my shop now 3 years in May. That seems like a week.
That's how fast you're moving, though. Like, it's hard from the outside looking in, unless you own a small business, to understand how fast time flies. Like,
It's crazy. It really is. How long have you had your shop for? Years.
Yeah. Where we are now, just over 4 years, but obviously before that I was in Anfield. I was in Anfield for what? Another 4 years or so, something like that. But talking about all that, I reckon I've slowed down in recent years. And I reckon I was different years ago when I was younger, in my early 20s. So when I done my apprenticeship and then took that shop on by myself, and going back to my early 20s, I could never get enough.
You'd slate yourself now for doing that, wouldn't you?
This is what I do. I look back and think, well, do you know what? Part of it, I look back and think, why? And then the other part thinks, I'm glad you done that while you were younger. Because you give it a good fucking go while you were younger.
If someone else done that now, what would your opinion be on that? Not you, somebody else.
So if someone done the apprenticeship and then left and then opened the shop,
yeah,
I'd think you stupid swat.
For what reasons?
Bunch of different ones. Obviously, you haven't got. I'd be saying to them, you need to get more experience. You need to travel. You need to meet people. You need to mingle. You know, you just haven't put enough time in for you to get your own shop. But the other side to it was, well, I never wanted like a street shop around, and it was just my own little space to work with my own clients, and then just slowly transition. And that's what it sort of was. But because I was ambitious,
I feel like doing what you done can go either way.
Yeah.
It's like you can either encapsulate yourself and not let any bad influences in.
Yeah. Well,
and as long as you're hungry and willing to learn, then you'll become unstoppable. Do you know what I mean?
That's what sort of happens in the first few years. I opened it, and then the shop next door come up, and I thought, I'll have it. And I took the shop next door.
Brave lad.
And took like more people on, and then the shop next door to that come up. And at the time I was 23, 24, and I thought, I'll have it. And I've done it again. Yeah, like I had the 3 next to each other. Now at the time, like we were describing before, I was just one of them people that was full of ambition, full of energy, and just dead keen for everything. I was like, yeah, I'll do this big expansion, I'll do this, and I'll do all sorts of stuff. I was for everything. And then it got to a point where I'd done it all. I was fucking miserable. And I hated it.
Hollow.
I was hollow.
Because you've given everything.
I had nothing in me that was proud of it. I was there, and I was like looking at these 3 shops next to each other. And from the outside in, all my family and people around me were thinking, great, that, innit? And I was the only person that was stood there thinking,
you're picking the ass out of it.
This is shit.
Yeah, picking the ass out of it.
Shite. I'm not happy at all. And then slowly I got rid of that one, and then moved and just thought, this is what makes me happy. My own little group of people in my own space. We're all, same type of character, and we're all getting on well. This is what makes me happy. I'm not this big business that I thought I might have been when I was young. But when I was younger, I thought I might have been. And I'm not.
Yeah.
It doesn't make me happy at all. It doesn't.
I don't care for business. I don't care for money. Like, all I care about now is legacy. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not even talking about my own legacy. I'm talking about like our city. It's like Liverpool as a city, or Merseyside in general. We're so proud, and like what's ours is ours, and we wear it with pride, and no one can ever take that away from us. But I feel our tattoo industry and our tattoo community within Liverpool is miles behind other places like
you were saying this the other
like
week,
Leeds, Manchester, London types of. For me, my goal for the next 5 years is to bring the standards of tattooing and the expectations of artists and clients right up to date. This is why I do so many shows and get not only my name out and the shop's name, but our city. I feel like I wear the weight of our city on my shoulders at every show I go to, whether I'm in America or I'm in Italy or I'm in Spain or across the UK, Belfast, Dublin, anywhere we go. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm carrying the city, and it's like we're here, we're representing. You know what I mean? And that's where I see it going now. And I feel like yourself, if we all like band together and align and tattoo for tomorrow, do you know what I mean? Then we can lay the foundations for a prosperous like culture in our city. Do you know what I mean? And look back in 10, 15 years time and go, wow, them lads are like the cornerstone of our community now. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, look at they've paved the way for us to have an easier, faster. It's like we could rocket propel them by building platforms for them to stand on. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I want to do from now on. Is like I tattoo for me family, the boys and girls in the shop, and the city. Do you know what I mean? And for the next step for me, I want to open a street shop, mate, in the middle of town. Right in the middle of town.
You know what I've always looked at and thought, you ever remember like Drone or Foot Asylum?
Yeah.
I worked in this. I worked in this shop anyway. Street shop, right in your face, big glass fronts, big glass doors, massive chocolate, 25 people. And I worked there.
In the
right
pool?
in your face now, in Middlesbrough. That was brilliant. And pictures, something like that, right in the middle of somewhere like Boat Street.
Yeah.
Right in your face.
Church Street.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somewhere where the rent's extortionate.
Well, this is it. You've got all the rents, and then, you know...
I was speaking to somebody the other day, and I'd take a loss on it. I would literally plunder money into something like that, just to give the people of Liverpool a chance at getting a world-class tattoo.
Proper tattoo.
On the day they want it, when they want it. You know what I mean? And to... Not to bury the other street shops, because that's not fair on them. They've got a place in the industry and always will, but to give them a nudge, and to also, it's like if Joe Bloggs just thinks about a tattoo in Liverpool, you can reel 4 or 5 shops off, but they're all in the middle of town, and I guarantee you, most of the places you walk into, you won't get a decent tattoo, especially not on a day. It might be one artist.
Do you reckon for like the public, like going into a tattoo shop is like intimidating? So I reckon if I didn't have any tattoos and I didn't know the tattoo artists were in the shop, I'd go in and be like, I'd half be scared. You know what I mean?
Not in my shop.
Yeah, I was going to say not in mine either. And I think as the years are going on, more are getting like that. But it depends where and who and...
I greet everyone with a smile and respect and bring them in like I'm...
So should be, like...
Yeah, I bring them in like they're me mate.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like they've been there 1,000 times before. You know what I mean?
You think back to like Tattoo Jack in Tubruch. Everyone says he's a bit of a gobshite and rude to people and stuff like that. Whereas you think now, and like, no, it's just...
Yeah.
Welcome people, like you said.
Loads of people like go like... They think like tattoos just like a cult, innit?
Yeah, it's like this dark, dingy.
Yeah.
Everyone's miserable and a bit, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, like that's what we need to break the trend of that. It's like for me, service now, because I've worked a load of jobs. I've done sales, I've done customer service and all that. Going from like a non, and you find most tattooers, they go straight out of school, never had a job before, go straight into a tattoo apprenticeship, first ever job, and then they're under the wing of somebody who is maybe done a load of things in life and then realise they don't really get on with most people. They're a bit of a lefty. I don't mean like left wingers and like political. I mean like they're a bit
like a loner.
No, not even necessarily a loner, but they do things their way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like they've just found the least windy part of the. Do you know what I mean? The least windy part of the park for the leaves to fall in. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, this is my lane, I'll stay in it. But
It's like if you had like a shop
they're
in
not
the
really
pub or
good
something.
people yeah, they're not really good like people persons, or they've not got good social skills and stuff like that. But they can get by with tattooing and stuff. So if you've got no good social skills and you don't really get on with most people and you're in tattooing, then you're not really going to get along with most people if you've not got no social skills. Do you know what I mean?
Social skills are
So you need people with good customer service. You need good people with good business and work ethic to in the industry. You know what I mean? And then
we were talking about this, weren't we? About
then
like,
you push the standards. It's what you hold accountable, or what you hold people accountable for. Yeah, the higher the bar, then you'll slowly but surely push the standards of the industry straight up. And it's like, where do you see the tattoo industry going in the next 5 years?
Honestly, I don't know. Bit of a shit answer, but I can't. I don't know.
Are you worried where the tattoo industry will be going in the next 5 years?
You know what I worry about? I'm not worried where it'll be. I think it'll still be there, as busy as it is. But what I worry about is a phase or an era that we haven't seen in our generation, in our time, where they become a lot less common, or they become something that you go back to maybe our grandparents' era, and the majority of people were against them. You know, it was a bit of a outsider type thing. That tattoos, it was all like, you won't get that job, you won't be respected. We had that going on. Will we see an era where that comes
full
round again?
circle, where it goes back full
Will
circle,
that
where
come round
it's cool to not have tattoos.
Yeah.
But it's only just became like normalised now. The way you're allowed tattoos on show.
Well,
Like, for jobs,
eventually,
innit?
will we see celebrities like, you know? Will there be a generation where kids look up to celebrities that haven't got tattoos, and then that starts becoming the norm, and the general population of teenage kids to 20s and whatever, will they look at tattoos and think, fuck that, I wouldn't have that? Are we gonna see that in our lifetime while we're tattooed?
I
That's
can't
what I'm
name
scared
that
of.
many celebrities now that have got loads of tattoos. To
Well,
be
this
fair.
is it for
I
decades.
have loads of tattoos.
Yeah.
This is it.
So
There's a few 40 players have
I
tattoos,
don't
don't they?
follow like culture at all. I literally just tattoo and go home. I don't know what's going on in the news at all.
Yeah.
I don't know what goes on in everyday life.
That's
I
what I've
literally
got in the
don't
back
know.
of my mind.
I don't know what goes on at all. I don't care where the tattoo industry goes in the next 5 years. I don't know where. I don't care where it goes. What it's important to me is who takes it there.
What do you think of the? Do you think it's a generational thing now with work ethic with young people? Because you might see it in barbering as well. You
I don't
compare.
think there's any work ethic in young people these days.
Do you think it's getting worse as the years
Yeah,
go on?
100%. That's why.
Have you seen anything like that?
Yeah, it's what's that? What's the word?
Like you said it before, you were in the shop before everyone else, cleaning the shop, proud of yourself.
Yeah.
So was I when I was an apprentice. You were. Now, like...
But as an apprentice, you were actually proud.
So the shop was
like
spit clean.
19,
You could get
20
dinner
year
off
old
it.
me as an apprentice, I was like made up. I'm full of it and like full of excitement and stuff. But you look at, you might look at some apprentices now and think there's no like proudness there of everything. There's no like, oh, I'm gonna get there before everyone to all this. It's like, oh, what I've got to get there. And
It's
like dragging your
drive.
feet. It's the drive. There's no drive. There's nothing in them that's like full of fire in the belly. Do you know what I mean? They just haven't got it.
Yeah. Some kid messaged me towards the end of last year. It's like, what scissors are best and stuff like that, because I've just started an apprenticeship. And I was
The
like, so,
Crayola
like,
crinkly cut ones.
basically, like, yeah. And it's like, I just sent him like some like they have cheaper ones for an apprentice to have. And I messaged him at the start of January, or towards the end of January. How's your apprenticeship going? Just just like general chit chat.
Spewed it, lad.
Because he had to cut a homeless fella's hair in college. He spewed it because he was like, I'm not cutting homeless people's hair. And I was like, where do you expect to start, lad? These people are coming in for a free haircut because they can't afford it, and you're going to lean on their hair. That everyone starts there.
If someone had said to me when I was first starting, I'll teach you how to tattoo, but you've got to eat that pile of dog shit, I'd have ate the shit.
Yeah.
I
probably would.
What's next? You got to eat that pile of...
thing and been like, right, okay.
Yeah,
You got any afters for me after this?
Oh, what's he been?
I think it's mad. Like I when I worked in the shop, a homeless fella came in. I'd be holding my breath, but like everyone comes on hard times. Lads, if you want your haircut, if he's got the money to pay for his haircut, then he's just as good as the next
Even if they
person.
haven't got the money. Someone said to me when I first started out, I'll put a queue of homeless people outside and you can tattoo every single one of them. I would be there want to know.
Mm.
And I'd want to know the ins and outs of every one of their lives. Because they've got more experience, more stories to tell me, more lessons to learn. Do you know what I mean? Like if you listen to every single one of them, everyone's got gold to give. Do you know what I mean? How deep are your pockets? Because I'll take it. Do you know what I mean? That's the way you've got to look at life.
Yeah.
But I feel like the kids of today, they just want everything handed to them.
Oh,
That's what it is, yeah.
But it's profitable for us. Profitable for us because what society is creating now is workers. Yeah, not leaders, workers. You know what I mean? So if you're clever enough and driven enough to be a leader, there's an abundance of workers.
good point, that, yeah.
It's actually
That's an interesting point, that, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like you're just a product of your environment. You know what I mean? And it's like we come from, I'm 34, me. So it's like, it's, how old are you now?
31.
31 and you are
32.
32, so we're all similar age,
Same.
do you know what I mean? But it's like, I feel like I was the generation of like the industrial era where it's like everyone had a job. Everyone worked.
You needed the job, yeah.
Everyone worked, do you know what I mean? And then slowly over time, I think everyone's got less manual, more into positions of where they sit down and they just do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And now to make money, and it's become less manual, and now it's become like even less innovative where people are just like, oh, I make money on TikTok, or make money doing this like daft dance, or I do this and I do that for a living. And it's like they don't do much and are giving stuff and giving stuff and giving stuff. Do you know what I mean? And it's like
Have you seen more people apply to go on Love Island than apply to go to Cambridge?
Really?
Yeah,
That's
Just
legit.
the past 2 years straight.
that sounds like a logical like statistic though.
But it's mad, innit? People want to go instant fame on Love Island, then go and get a degree in Cambridge.
Even I feel if you'd asked me the same question, yeah, I feel like getting on Love Island is more attainable. So it's all about setting the bar and like if
You can go in the gym, haven't you?
why would you set sure why would you set unattainable goals for yourself? Because you're destined to fall,
ambition
aren't you?
thing, though, innit?
Yeah.
But like, I'd rather have a degree from Cambridge than go on Love Island and be making an absolute dick of myself.
But what
I
does
think
Love
everyone
Island
would.
lead to? More
Instant fame,
business
innit?
opportunity and more
Without doing hard work.
without the hard work. That's the big point in it, isn't it? Yeah.
Love Island leads to Married at First Sight.
Yeah. I love Married at First Sight.
I do.
I like the Australian one.
That's the better one.
Yeah.
And then you can go on, who wants to be divorced?
Well, if we're thinking about like the younger generation not having the drive and the work ethic that previous generations have had, what does that mean for example, when we're dead and gone, and we're gone, it's the younger ones sort of running the show. What does it look like if none of them have got any work ethic or drive or passion or?
I work into my kid now. I show her, if you're working hard, she sees me working. I show her, you're working hard, you're going to get the benefits from it. So I make sure she sees me working, like, all the time. And she does it. She gets good grades and stuff like that. We finish school and we start going over maths and all. She's got sats coming up. I'm like, you don't want to mess these sats up. I know it's only sats, but as far as she's concerned, she knows. She's like, these are serious, these. She's putting in loads of work for it. I'm like, that's what I want to see, that. Like, put your work in, get stuff done.
It does come from parents.
Yeah.
No, so I, personally, my mindset, I'm the martyr for my family. I will sacrifice everything. My body, my soul, my time, my happiness for them. So they can have an easy, good, happy life. So they can reap the fruits of my labour. I martyr myself for them.
That's what being a dad is.
Yeah. And hopefully my children see that. Yeah. And then when they grow up, my son especially, he'll sacrifice himself for the happiness of his family. You know what I mean? And
the only way he's going to do that is by knowing that you've done that, so he's got you to look up to, hasn't he?
That's it. That's what
I
makes me sleep at night.
I see my dad going out to work at 5 o'clock every morning.
Yeah, that's good.
coming in.
With the Suzzies on and that.
That's what he was coming in. but like seriously though, like I see my dad leaving 5 o'clock every morning, getting in bells at night when I was going to bed, up again the next morning, no sleep. That's exactly what I do now. I'm up 5:30 in the morning. I have a bit of a line compared to him, like, but I'm not back then till 7, 8 o'clock. And even then, like 7 o'clock when I get in, I'll sit there on my phone, go through all messages, sort the rest of the week out, and then I'll sit down and chill out till 8:30, 9.
Yeah, I was the same. I mean, dad's like still like that now as he's getting older. But when I was a kid, just relentless with the work ethic.
Yeah.
You've
So
got
when
to
I was
have
at
it.
home, I was like you said. Then you look at it and you're inspired to it and think,
They're
fella doesn't
the
stop.
benefits that you receive, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
So you receive the benefits of watching him work hard, be successful. Now you are.
It lays a blueprint down.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes you'd actually want to do better.
Yeah.
I honestly do believe when you see
think-
someone do good, you want to do better.
I seen something like a dad is one of the only people on the planet who wants you to be better than them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's true, innit?
That's when people say, "Oh, my dad done this, so I want to do this. My dad done this, so I want to do this." I always think to myself, I want to do the things he never achieved. Like, oh, he never got to do it. So I feel like it's I'm always trying to one up him. Like,
Yeah.
he never got to do this. I've done this. I've done that. I've done this. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I'm trying to
Absolutely. Yeah,
push the
yeah,
bar and pick the mantle up and drive
Carry
forward with it.
more. Yeah,
Drive forward with
See
it.
you
Do
later.
you know what I mean? It's like the Spartans. You pick the shield up and drive forward. Do you know what I mean? Always take ground. Never give it. Do you know what I mean? But when you were saying, do I worry for the next generation of tattooers? I don't, because there's going to have to be martyrs. Every generation has its martyrs. People are going to have to pick up that shield and drive forward, and it'll be the same. Our parents and stuff probably looked at us and thought, wasters.
Yeah, they're not going to do
Absolute
fuck all.
wasters. Do you know what I mean? But time will tell, and they will always be. When all the trees fall and they waste away, that it'll give life to new shoots. Do you know what I mean? And bigger trees will grow from it. Do you know what I mean? I feel that that's what helps me sleep at night if I can justify it like that. Because otherwise I'll just worry, and I've got no time to add worry to my day. You know what I mean? So I just think to myself, everything will pan out, and everything that's been will be again. Do you know what I mean? Nothing new ever happens. It just goes in circles.
It's a good note to end on, though, innit?
Yeah.
Work hard and it pays off.
Try and keep that fire in your belly.
Couple of Rennies,
I'm
keep it at bay.
Yeah.
I'm not that good at
No, the
keeping
full of
fires,
Rennies
though.
now, keeping it up. Haven't got any fire in the belly.
No, but nice one for coming, though, Peter.
Don't worry
Cheers,
about it.
Peter,
It's a
nice one,
pleasure.
lad.
Nice to
That was good, that.
nice to sit down and speak to some like-minded people. Do you know what I mean?
Like we said at the start as well, that's like the first proper decent conversation I've been able to have here. Because it's always been
Yeah,
conventions and just bumping into it here and there. And
Yeah.
like a quick stop.
Yeah,
for a minute.
you're all right, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see you in a bit. Do you know what I mean? Like I say, I'm busy, man. Do you know what I mean? And obviously you are yourself. So, but...
So am I.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you are as well.
But...
Used to with a little love affair going on there.
No, it's like when you see someone in a different lane to you, but they're also like you can see them in your windows. Do you know what I mean? You tend to tip your hat to each other, and there's a mutual respect there. Do you know what I mean?
Joe, it's good to see though. What I've noticed with tattooing, especially like successful ones like you just want each other to do well.
Yeah,
Like I've noticed so much with barbering. I was there when I was younger. I'd only be like, I'm the best barber, mate. He's shit him. But like now, like, I don't even know any other barbers, mate.
Success is nothing unless you can share it with others.
Yeah. But like, it's boss to see. But that's the direction tattoos going. You just want each other to do well. That's why you know it's going good.
We need the Avengers. There needs to be a
The
team.
tattoo Avengers.
There needs to be an absolute...
I'm not going to name any names here, like just in case anyone sees it. But I know a few good ones.
There needs to be an absolute squad. Do you know what I mean?
I'll get you in
of
a couple of
sculptors.
others there.
That's the way I see
I'll
it.
just leave the room, mate. Fucking hell. Me, my little line on me arm. Reviews a lot.
There needs to be an absolute squad of juggernauts in Liverpool. That's what I want to see.
No, though.
The shows need to be packed. there needs
It's
to
a
be
collective, isn't it? There needs to be like a collective group of.
yeah.
I'm not even saying all working in the same space, but in some form, a collective group of.
I'd love to be able to rattle off like 7, 8 shops where I could say to someone, go there, get tattooed by anyone in that shop,
Yeah.
you'll have a solid tattoo.
Yeah.
Whereas now someone says to me, where can I get this work done? I don't feel like I can pass a single name on to anybody just in case you get a bad job. And then it's on my recommendation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just say, go anywhere. You know what I mean? It's just, I love it when people say, oh, Sean bent me onto you, or
This is it,
Amy suggested you to me, or
This
whatever.
is
And I
it,
think
I
to
got it.
myself, God, there's love for me there, and there's respect for me in the industry for people to like suggest me to others to be tattooed by, because it's massive. Like, for me to tattoo somebody, I'm happier than they are. I feel like it's they're like, oh, thank you so much, and I'm like, no, thank you so much. And when people say, oh, thanks for the trust and all that stuff, it's like, for you to wear my artwork for the rest of your days, it's like I couldn't happier and more privileged to be able to do that for you. You know what I mean? It's an amazing feeling for someone to wear your artwork for the rest of their life. You know what I mean? Because you wouldn't wear the same haircut for the rest of your life, would you? And imagine the pressure. Imagine the pressure you felt. Hey, imagine the pressure you'd feel if someone said, "This is the last haircut I ever get. My hair will never grow again. It's the last haircut I'll ever get."
You'd be surprised, to be honest, lad.
All ballsy kids.
I'll
It's the last haircut.
I'll talk.
My hair will never grow again.
I'll talk about some of these on the next podcast. I've done some fella before he got buried. He's dead. Had to do his hair. He's dead. Yeah.
You cut his hair after he died?
I'm going to talk about it on the next podcast.
Did you really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Save that for the next one.
Right, that's it for episode 2 anyway.
Yeah. On to the next one.
2. See you in episode 3. Nice one, Peter, for coming.
Cheers, Peter.
Nice one, Sean, for showing up on time.
Yeah.
Nice one to me for being a fucking boss.
Nice one. See you soon.